What is up, YouTube? I'm Nintendo Man 64, bringing you the next episode of Pokemon Emerald, the Action Replay Edition. In the last episode, we got our first Pokemon, Naruto the Trico, who kicked the crap out of the Torchic that Brendan held, and we have been set off on our journey to fill up the pages of the Pokedex, and ultimately to become the champion of the league. But in order to do that, we need to assemble a team of Pokemon. A team of 6 stalwart Pokemon that will assist us on our journey from start to finish. Whether as HM slaves, as hit slaves, or anything else, the objective remains the same. Develop and build a team that is ruthlessly strong, efficient, and most importantly, virtually indestructible. Unfortunately, I am finding nothing but Poochyenas. It seems. So it seems. Ah, man. I am stuffy as hell. This cold is kicking the crap out of me. Alright, next up. There we go. Alright, our next Pokemon is a Zigzagoon, who we're just gonna kick the crap out of, and then catch it. Alright, we'll put a Pokeball out, and we will catch this Zigzagoon, who will not be a permanent member of our team, but will instead be there sort of as a meat shield and as an HM slave. I'll use it for special purposes should I need them. Rubbing its nose against the ground, it always wanders about back and forth in search of something. It is distinguished by the zigzag footprints it leaves. Yep, we're going to give you a nickname. You deserve one. Even though it's one that I'm not proud to give. Alright. This is Waboo. And if you don't know who Waboo is, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. Alright, this is Wurmple, the last Pokemon to see on this route. Wurmple is this game's version of Caterpie. However, and unlike Caterpie, which can only evolve into Butterfree, this Pokemon can evolve into one of 2 different types of things. It can either evolve into Silcoon, which will evolve into Beautifly, a bug flying type, which is pretty good. Or it will evolve into Cascoon and then become Dustox, which is a bug poison type. There is no way of telling which your Pokemon is going to evolve into because it's based entirely on personality values. Now, I don't intend on using Wurmple for very long. I might use it, but just in case I don't, just know that there's always that possibility. You know? Yeah. Alright, I'm back to Oakdale Town. First things first, I'm going to go into the Pokemon Center. I'm going to heal. Actually, first things first, I'm going to deposit Wurmple because I only caught it for the sake of catching it, not because it's going to be useful to our team. Waboo and Naruto, on the other hand, will be. To a degree. But hopefully that guy's done sketching those footprints of those really rare Pokemon so we can actually progress through the story. That would be nice. I finished sketching the footprints of a rare Pokemon, but it turns out they were only my own footprints. I'm gonna kill you one day. Just remember that. Just remember that. Okay, Route 102. Bit of a different route. We'll have a few new Pokemon on this route. Unfortunately, we start with Wurmple. And the one thing that sucks about this route is that it repeats Pokemon that we've seen on previous routes. So before you go over saying, hey, you're a liar, these aren't new. Yes. Yes, they are. There are specifically, I believe, 3 or 4 new Pokemon we can find on this route, depending on the version of the game and your luck with getting a few of the rarer ones. First up is Lotad. Lotad is actually one of the better Pokemon in this game. It is a grass water type. So naturally you'd be like, oh, sold. It resists itself as grass and, well, it doesn't resist itself fully as grass, but it resists water types, it resists electricity, it resists fire, it resists ice. Man, why don't I use this Pokemon? Problem? I used it in a previous playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. Ergo, I cannot use it in this one. Though that won't stop me from catching one. If I can, that is. Otherwise, I might just kill it. But yes, I used it in my last Emerald Let's Play, and it was a pretty fun ride. It was a pretty good Pokemon. This Pokemon lives in ponds with clean water. It is known to ferry small Pokemon across ponds by carrying them on the broad leaf on its head. I don't really need to give it a nickname because I'm not going to be using it. But I'm going to be looking for a Pokemon out here. It might take me a couple of minutes. And if it does take me too long, I'll end up having to catch it off screen. So, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. We finally found it. It didn't really take me that long. Only like a couple of minutes. And it doesn't have the ability I wanted. Oh, well. This is Ralts. Ralts is a pure Psychic type. Only knows the move Growl early on, which would make it relatively worth... God damn it! Naruto! The frig! You ever hear of overkill, dude? God damn it. Okay, fine. We'll try this again. And this one actually has the ability I want. Cool. Okay, as I was saying, Ralts is a pure Psychic type. It only knows Growl early on, so it might be a little chancy on you raising it. However, I intend to use one for my team, mostly because it's a pretty good Pokemon. Great at doing special attacking damage, and as great as holding off as a special defensive wall. Not, like, entirely good as a wall, but still, it could work. What I want to do is I want Ralts to completely wreck my physical attacking abilities, so I won't have to worry when it comes to catching it, so 1 pound will not kill it. Unless I, of course, catch it, which works for me, too. Alright. Ralts has been added to the Pokédex, and is a Pokemon I will be using for the long haul. I didn't get to show off its name, but I don't care. That gets Pokédex entry. And we're going to name him Xerxes. Why? I don't know. Sounds like something Ralts would know. But let's take a look at our Ralts, as its nature is more important than that of Waboo, because it's, you know, Waboo, you know? Okay, let's see. Gentle nature. Special defense at the expense of physical defense. That works for me, because you're not supposed to be a good physical defender. At least not at the moment. Okay, I'm going to go bring a couple of these guys back to the Pokemon Center, and I will be back to help get us through to Petalburg City. So I'll be right back. One of the things I did want to talk about before we go into this is the other Pokemon you can find here is a 1% encounter rate. You are not going to find it. I'm going to tell you that right now. You are not going to find the Pokemon. So we're just going to wait until we see it in the game to talk about it. I know I looked at the screen, and in Emerald it's different from in Ruby and Sapphire, so one of the other rare Pokemon in here does not appear here. So 1 second, please, first. Ear always has to itch whenever I have the stupid microphone on. If you have Pokemon with you, then you're an official Pokemon trainer. You can't say no to my challenge. Alright, so this is our first instance of a Pokemon battle outside of Brendan. And he has a Poochyena, which will throw Xerxes out against, even though Xerxes ordinarily wouldn't be able to do dick to this thing because it's a Dark type. And Dark absorbs Psychic completely and doesn't even let it do anything. Like, it won't, like, Psychic attacks don't do anything against the Dark types. which is why it's key to have Pokemon on your team that are strong against the Dark type, which, as of this point, I believe is only Bug and Fighting. Might be another one in there, but I'm not thinking of it right now, for oblivious reasons. Alright, so let's see. Tackle did a pretty decent number on you, Xerxes, so I'll let you pass. And we'll let the torch pass to Naruto. Who likes to get his attack power to rise. But he's not going to be around for very long. It's okay. We understand. This Poochyena is not that particularly tough anyway. But we have our Xerxes, we have our Naruto, and we have our Wabu. So we really don't have to worry about any other Pokemon on this route. I will, of course, talk about Pokemon as we see them, because we can't catch every Pokemon in the games, obviously. Because some Pokemon are extremely rare, some are in other versions, yada yada yada. You guys get the drill. Alright, we got another Poochyena. And I keep forgetting that I'm to cut out the wild battles. Soon I won't have to, because all we'll have to worry about is getting repels. But whatever, I can hold. Haha! Our eyes met. I'll take you on with my bug Pokemon. Now, luckily for me, bug type Pokemon early on don't really know a lot of bug type moves, if any at all, in the early gens. Oh, I ripped their sheet. Oh well. So luckily, I could throw out Naruto without worrying about its weaknesses to Bug. Oh, nope, I did not mean to run. Did not mean to run, thank you. Now, what I'm doing with Xerxes is what I call the switch him out strategy, which basically means we take a Pokemon out, we switch Pokemon in and out to get, so one will get half the experience of the battle. It's the only way to really level up a Pokemon early on in the game without getting the XP share, which you could get very early in this game, but not as early as you would think. Like, you have to wait at least 10 episodes before you get it, which can be problematic for you, especially if you have a really low level team. Alright, he's got another Wurmple. I meant to change, but whatever. I'll accept not changing. One thing that's difficult to do, especially with Ralts, is sometimes Pokemon will know a move called Pursuit, which does double the damage if a Pokemon is fleeing from a battle, or if you're switching it out. Which is kind of problematic in of itself, but still. Like, it'll do double damage to the Pokemon switching out, so technically speaking, it could cause that Pokemon to faint. Which could cause major problems for your team. Not saying it will, but sometimes it can. It shouldn't be a problem for Xerxes, because Xerxes is pretty darn good. But needs to learn Confusion in order to be relevant. Alright, Wurmple. Don't know Confusion yet, so I can't do much against you at the moment. But we should be learning Confusion soon. Did you just become a trainer? We're both beginners. Truth be told, this is not my first Pokemon journey. Just saying. But to be fair, yes, technically, DT just became a trainer. I think she understands that. Alright, Zigzagoon. What are we going to do with you? We're going to switch you out in favor of Naruto, who's going to be very overpowered by the time we hit the first gym. I've noticed, because he's already level 9. Oh, nice hit. Don't like it when the AI constantly gets critical hits and I have to wait for mine. Or they'll come when I have, like, extremely low health. Like, case in point. Oh, wow. Usually that always happens. Whenever I say case in point, the Pokemon gets a critical hit. Alright, Tailo could be a problem. Tailo is a normal flying type. I don't believe there's a pure flying type in the Pokemon games just yet. it can do a lot of damage. It can be extremely problematic. Wow, that was even a critical hit. Yikes. Okay. We're gonna heal you up, Buttercup. Last thing I need is to lose you. Alright, we're gonna keep growling, make you absolutely worthless in terms of your attack power. So Xerxes can level up, and I can use Naruto to kick the crap out of you before you pose much of a threat to it. Flying is super effective against grass, in case you were wondering. In fact, grass has weaknesses to flying, ice, poison, fire, bug, and I think that's it. And it depends on what type of Pokemon you have. Oh, come on with the critical hits! Let's stop with the critical hits, okay? It's really getting annoying. Oh my god. Are you is your attack down to its barest minimum? Let's see. There, it should be down there now. But for sake of argument, let's try it again. This is like the Growl battle. There you go. Now its attack is at its lowest capabilities. Won't be able to do jack to Naruto. So let's fling Naruto out there so he can kick ass and take names. Wow, even with minimal damage, it's still taking out like a third of his remaining health. And he's gone! Well, that was quick. I don't have much of a choice. I have to throw Wabu out there. Otherwise, we'll be in a perpetual... we'll be in a perpetual cycle of just using Growl and healing. Alright, Wabu, congratulations! Xerxes grows to level 5. Still doesn't know Confusion. And Wabu is close to leveling up. Okay. I'm gonna go heal Naruto, who just died. This isn't freaking Dragon Ball where they constantly die and keep coming back. But still. I'm gonna pick these berries, which are useful. Orin restores your health, and Pecha cures you from poison. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go take care of Naruto, so I'll be right back.